How are federal agencies getting ready? Joining me now live here in the studio is Amy Morris, Executive Editor at Federal News Radio AM 1500. Amy, great to see you. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Adding to that 1 million plus people that will be
right.
here. Yeah, I already had 4 relatives call and say, hey, can you hook me up?
And you can't, can you?
I can't.
You can't. They're expecting record crowds. The last time they saw crowds like this, Lyndon Johnson, 1.2 million. They may beat it.
Wow, that is pretty amazing. Now, we know that the National Park Service is working with the inaugural committee on everything. So what's the latest in terms of how preps are going? I know the Washington Post had a story today where they're going to put fewer bleachers so more people can stand.
Exactly. 83% more of Pennsylvania Avenue is going to be available for people. Tickets can only get you to the bleachers. You don't need a ticket to stand in the street or to stand alongside Pennsylvania Avenue. That's really going to be where you're going to want to be for this. Before, there were 20,000 bleachers for the last inaugural, and there were some people who couldn't get in because they didn't have a ticket for the bleachers. Now, only about 8,000 bleachers. A lot more people will be able to line Pennsylvania Avenue, which is good because you can't get tickets.
Yeah, well, that's true. And as we mentioned, this is something that people are expecting massive numbers of people. It might be unprecedented.
Right.
How concerned are officials about security?
Security is an issue. It always is an issue. They're coordinating. Secret Service is taking the lead. Park Police is going to follow up with that. They're the support group, and they're working with the local municipalities and the transportation officials to make sure everybody is safe and secure. Consider the logistics. We're talking about speeches, parades, and this massive crowd of people. But they've done this before. You've had the Millennium New Year celebration. They've had all the 4th of July celebrations. They've done this before. They've got it down. They think they're ready.
And there were worries, I think it was in the first George W. Bush inauguration, because that election was so contested.
Oh, sure.
There were worries about protests and all of that. So it's not like it's something that they haven't dealt with before.
Exactly.
But this event has been declared a national special security event.
Exactly. And that's how the Secret Service is taking the lead role. Park Police are adding their support to it. Everybody's going to have to work together for this. Another thing, though, about these tickets were going on eBay. $10,000 a pair. Here's a problem with that. First of all, they're supposed to be free.
Right.
Secondly, they're not available yet.
Right.
They're not going to be issued until a week before the inauguration, and you have to get them through your lawmaker's office.
Right.
So eBay folks have worked with the Presidential Inauguration Committee folks, and they've said, okay, we're going to withdraw that. We're going to pull all of those ads for those tickets. So now they're finally sort of tamping down on these scalpers who are either trying to get rid of fake tickets or sell whatever tickets they might come into possession.
And you got to hope that there aren't too many people out there who may have already purchased something.
Yeah, buyer beware. What are you going to do?
You're going to lose the money. I'm thinking that this is probably uncharted waters for having to deal with something like this.
It's fairly new, you bet.
In terms of the tickets and the demand.
And the internet action. I mean, everybody is involved in this. This is a very wiki sort of government 2.0 inaugural. This is a tech president. And you're going to see a lot more of this, I think, in the years to come.
All right. Amy Morris from Federal News Radio. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Beth.